Welcome to Indiana, the Hoosier State. Nestled in the heart of the Midwest, Indiana is often overlooked, but this state has a lot more to offer than meets the eye. From fast cars and basketball legends to picturesque landscapes and a deep-rooted history, Indiana is a place of both adventure and charm. So buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into everything this state has to offer. First things first. Where exactly is Indiana? Indiana is a centrally located Midwestern state, bordered by Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and Illinois. It's a state of rolling farmland, vibrant cities, and some of the most passionate sports fans you'll ever meet. But what does it mean to be a Hoosier? Well, no one really knows where the term originated, but if you're from Indiana, you wear the name with pride. Now, let's start in the heart of the state, Indianapolis. Nicknamed the Crossroads of America due to its extensive highway system, Indianapolis is the capital and largest city of Indiana. It's a city where sports, culture, and history collide to create something truly special. You can't talk about Indiana without mentioning speed. Indianapolis is home to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the site of the legendary Indy 500. This isn't just any race, it's the largest single-day sporting event in the world. Each year, hundreds of thousands of fans flood into the speedway to watch cars zoom by at over 230 miles per hour. Whether you're a lifelong racing fan or just someone who loves a good adrenaline rush, there's nothing quite like the roar of the engines and the electric atmosphere on race day. But the racing scene isn't just limited to Indy. The entire state has a love for motorsports, with dirt tracks and speedways scattered throughout. If you want to experience the thrill for yourself, you can even visit the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum to learn about the history of racing and see some legendary cars up close. If there's one thing Hoosiers are even more passionate about than racing, it's basketball. Indiana has a rich basketball tradition that runs deep in its DNA. From small-town high school gyms to the grand stage of the NBA, the state has produced some of the greatest players the game has ever seen. Ever heard of Larry Bird? The French Lick native became an NBA legend and helped shape the sport. But high school basketball in Indiana is something else. The movie Hoosiers, based on a true story, perfectly captures the underdog spirit of the state's high school teams. Even if you're not a basketball fan, stepping into a packed gym on a Friday night will give you a whole new appreciation for the sport. And if you're visiting Indianapolis, check out Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Pacers. It's one of the best places in the country to catch a professional basketball game, surrounded by some of the most loyal and enthusiastic fans in the league. Now let's talk about Indiana's natural beauty. While many think of Indiana as flat farmland, the state is full of hidden gems. One of the most beautiful spots is Indiana Dunes National Park, located along the shores of Lake Michigan. This park boasts sandy beaches, rolling dunes, and over 50 miles of hiking trails. It's the perfect place for outdoor lovers to explore, whether you're looking to swim, camp, or just take in the stunning views. Indiana is also home to Brown County State Park, often called the Little Smokies, because of its stunning fall colors and rugged hills. Whether you're an avid hiker or just someone who enjoys a peaceful drive through nature, Brown County is a must-see. Beyond the cities and the parks, Indiana's small towns are what truly give the state its charm. There's something special about walking down the main street of a small Indiana town, where everyone knows everyone, and time seems to slow down a little. One of the most picturesque sights in the state is Indiana's famous covered bridges. Park County, known as the covered bridge capital of the world, has over 30 historic bridges scattered throughout its scenic countryside. If you visit in the fall, the annual Covered Bridge Festival is a great way to experience Indiana's small-town hospitality. And speaking of festivals, Indiana has some quirky ones. The Pierogi Festival in Whiting celebrates Polish heritage with delicious food and lively entertainment. The Popcorn Festival in Valparaiso pays tribute to Orville Redenbacher, the popcorn king himself, who was from Indiana. And if you're into something a little spookier, the town of Salem has deep ties to legends of hauntings and eerie folklore. You can't leave Indiana without talking about the food. The state is known for its hearty, Midwestern comfort food. But there's one dish that stands above the rest, the breaded pork tenderloin sandwich. Picture this: a thinly pounded, perfectly crispy piece of pork that's bigger than the bun it's served on. It's an Indiana staple, and you can find it in just about every diner in the state. Another favorite? Sugar cream pie, also known as Hoosier pie. This simple but delicious dessert is made with cream, sugar, and butter, and it's been a part of Indiana kitchens for generations. At its core, Indiana is a state of tradition, heart, and community. Whether you're catching the Indy 500, cheering on a local basketball team, exploring the dunes, or enjoying small-town hospitality, there's something about Indiana that feels like home. It's a state where the past and present blend seamlessly, where simple pleasures are celebrated, and where you're always welcomed with a smile. So there you have it, Indiana, the Hoosier State. It may not always be in the spotlight, but it has a way of leaving a lasting impression. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more state-by-state adventures. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite thing about Indiana? Until next time, happy exploring.